All right, students, let's get started for Unit 4. As you start to get more and more into linear equations and functions, let's show you how you can dissect some of the important things like slope. So once to know the slope between these 2 points, you need to know the slope formula, y2 minus y1, the 2 y coordinates subtracted. And then one nice thing is you can either parenthesize it or you can highlight it and hit divide, but then it'll kick everything underneath. Then we'll do the x's in the same order. And that's the important part. It needs to be in the same order. So if you went this y to the first y, you have to go in the same order for the x's. Now, sometimes it may come out an integer. Sometimes it may come out a decimal, and you don't recognize a decimal here because slope is rise over run. But the box over box will turn that into a fraction, and you'll see that 1/5 is going to be your answer. Just real quick, I just want to show you because some kids get confused by it. It does not matter who you call y1 or y2, who is x1, x2, if you go in the same order. So here I went front to back, and now I'll do -1 minus 4. Notice you get the same answer either way. Just always make sure you go in the same order. Now here we have a question, same thing. It wants to know the slope. We have our coordinates, so we can go 5 minus -5 in the numerator. I'll highlight that, hit divide, and then in the same order, I'll go -2 minus 3. -2 is my slope, choice D. Very simple, y2 minus y1. Here now we have something called point slope form of a line. Point slope form has the slope in front of the parentheses with the x, and then it will identify a point that's on the line. Now you have 2 choices here, but one way, again, that you can use Desmos to check your work, I'm going to show you how you can plot points on Desmos. So if you just put the comma, the parentheses, you use the comma button, you can plot the 2 points. Let's get that parentheses in there. You can plot the 2 points that you are concerned about. Now, what you want to make sure is that any of these lines that you type in go through those 2 points and look like this one. So we'll take the first choice, y minus 2 equals 2, parenthesis, x minus 3. You'll notice it graphs that, but it doesn't go through either of the points. Now, again, to save typing, I'm simply going to now switch these. Choice B changes that 3 to that 2 to a 3, and that 3 to a 2. Again, it's not matching. So let's try the C choice. We'll change that to a 9. We'll change that to a 1. And lo and behold, look, this is the one that goes through both points. -2, 3, and 1, 9. So I know that choice C has to be the correct answer. So that's the way when they give you points, you can check this. The last thing very quickly is it will do inequalities for you as well. So let's pull up our options, and we're going to type in the first one, y. Notice there's a difference between the greater than, less than, the greater than equal to, less than equal to. So make sure you pick the correct one. We'll go y greater than 2/3. And just click here so it's not underneath, x plus 1. And it looks like we have a winner. It's a dashed line, and it's shading above. Now, we lucked out that it was the first choice, but I'll show you what the others would have looked like. The less than would have shaded down. If you did greater than or equal to, it did shade up, but notice the subtle difference. Solid line versus dashed line. That, again, wouldn't be quite right. So watch those details. Desmos will differentiate for you the difference between a regular old Regular old greater than with a dashed line and a greater than equal to. So watch the details and Desmos will help you out.